Hi there, Johnny Daniel, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! How are you today? Yes, I'm about a minute and a half, 2 minutes late. Sorry about that. So as you're coming on, we want to talk about some things that are happening, yeah? So, Paper Pumpkin. If you missed this month, I'm sorry. The cutoff was about a couple days ago. So, for next month, we're going to do 12 note size cards. So that means 5 by 3.5 instead of 5.5 by 4.25. So they're a tiny bit smaller, but you do get 12 of them. And on top of it, we are celebrating 7 years with Paper Pumpkin. So what's that mean? Always more stamps, right? So they're actually going to be promoting and giving a bonus set of stamps away with next month's kit. So if ever you want to try it, this is the month to try it. If you want to do a prepaid code instead of a subscription, which means you don't have to give out as much information, what you need to do is get with me soon, because the cutoff is every 10th of the month. Don't want to wait till the night before, right? And then have problems with something and it not work right. So what we're going to do is get with me soon if you would like 12 note size cards. I don't know the theme, but I do know you're going to get a bonus stamp set. Okay, so right now is celebration time, which means if you do a 3-month prepaid code, you would actually get a free stamp set, paper, embellishments, anything on the $50 offer you would get for free as well. Okay, so that could be up to about 20 bucks worth of stuff if you want to almost double your money. So let's see. So during celebration, you can shop and have 2 different options. At the $50 option, you get offerings, and then at the $100 option, you get offerings. If you don't know what I'm talking about, tell me and I will get a brochure to you. If you host, which I'm down to I think I have maybe 1 weekend left. If you want to host, you can, and weekdays are great too. So with that, you get some great bonuses. So there's this cute ladybug set that we're going to be creating with today. That is free to you with a $300 qualifying order. And what that means is the group order, yours alone, whatever the case may be. And then, of course, if you want to join, you will get, with the $99 sign up, no shipping, just tax. So we can't get out of that one. So $108 approximately, give or take, as well as a free designer series paper sampler pack that's about this thick, and a mini guillotine cutter, as well as, yeah, there's more, always, as well as a bonus stamp set of your choice to pick. Okay, so it's about $80 extra on top of the $125 in product you get, all for $99 plus tax only. So rubber rummage, the boxes are here. So if you have signed up for boxes, please let me know. I'd love to pick up or have you pick up or coordinate delivery with you. If you have not signed up, please let me know. I'd be happy to send the details to you, and then we can get boxes to you. So let me know if you don't know what I'm talking about. Rubber rummage is our clean out for everybody, where you get up to 2 large priority boxes to fill to basically do a crafter's yard sale. The beauty of it is you don't have to be here. There are no fees. I pay you in gift certificates, and you get to order when the new catalog comes out, or if you don't want to wait that long, then you don't have to. Also, I forgot almost, I am looking for a local place to donate any of the products that are left over, shall we say, and you don't want to pick up. Also, I have to note, now I prefer, obviously, Stampin' Up, but anything crafty will work. No furniture. Everything has to fit inside the box, okay? The box lid, or the sides can be taped up, but you can't add to the box or whatnot. So if you have any other questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to email you as well. So for today, we're going to be doing a Springy Ladybug pizza box, and I'm going to put you down so we can get to creating. Hold on. Hi, Hyde. Hi, Denise. How are you? I'll get this situated. I think we're good. So I'm gonna finish getting the computer set up so I can see what's going on, and then we'll get to creating. All right. So let's see. If you missed today or don't want to scroll through my entire Facebook page, you can get on YouTube. My channel is Stamping with Johnny, and you can get on YouTube and you can find every Facebook Live I think I have ever done, except for maybe one or two, because something glitched or something happened. Okay, so that's a great way to look through if you want to know. I think there's about 5 years worth on there. So quite a bit. Let's see. And then if you want to order, Johnny Daniel at stampinup.net, and follow me on the blog stampingwithjohnny.com. All right, so with that, let's get to going, huh? All right, so for today, we are creating this cute little guy. My spring got mushed a little bit. So we're creating that cute little guy, okay? So let's get to going, shall we? Now, I piled everything up here, and it looks like quite a mess, and it honestly feels like quite a mess right now. So I gotta get a little bit organized here. All right, so this is the coordinating dies. This is the Ladybug's host set that I was talking about. So this can be gotten, if that's the right term, with a $300 order for hosting, okay? It comes free. And then these are the coordinating dies that you can buy. I believe they're $29, okay? So with that, let's see here. Where did I put all my stuff? All right, so we are cutting and going and doing today. I'm going to show you some watercolor pencil coloring with the blender pen. I've got banners here. We've got some pre-cuts. I'm going to show you how to do a spring. So we got quite a bit going on today. Kind of cool, right? And then some ribbon, all kinds of scrap paper. Take your pick tool so I can pierce through some stuff. And of course a pizza box. We wouldn't be anywhere without that pizza box, would we? All right, so the pizza box, the mini pizza box, they're in the annual catalog. They are waxed inside or have a coating inside, so they are food safe, unless you put your fingers all over it, and then they're not. The outside is very similar to our Whisper White cardstock, which means it's really easy to stamp on. So that's kind of cool, right? Because if it was this waxy finish, guess what? We wouldn't be able to get much ink on it now, would we? So all I'm doing is folding all of my score lines right now. Maybe. My goodness, okay. That one was a little stiff. I don't know why. Probably me. Okay. All right. So I'm going to dip this in, dip this in, dip it in, dip it in. Sounds like I'm making chocolate dip strawberries for Valentine's Day, huh? Meanwhile, yes, for card class, I will be making chocolate dip strawberries for Saturday's class. So if you would like to attend, you need to let me know today. Today, by tonight, midnight. If your timestamp says Thursday, nope, sorry. Needs to be by Wednesday. Okay. So there's our pizza box. Okay, and the top of this is, I believe it's 3 1/4. Let's see here. Yep, 3 1/4. So we're gonna bump down about 2 lines on the ruler, and we are going to get our base ready to go. Okay, so I'm gonna put that to the side real quick. And this is real red cardstock. So what did I say? 3 1/4, right? Whoa. 3 1/2. Good thing I looked. All right, so we've got that going on. And it is a square. I do know that, which is awesome because it's less to do later. Okay, so I've got that, and we've got our snail adhesive. Now, if you want this to last forever, you want to do some tear and tape instead. And you know what? Let's just do that. That way we only have one kind of glue going on. Make it simple for you guys. So instead of using snail adhesive, just grab your tear and tape. Grab it and do 3 pieces. Stick it down really good so you can get that double-sided off. Okay. If you don't want to use your fingernail, take your pick tool, grab a scissors, grab something with an edge so you can get things done and taken care of. Okay. So let's see, I'm gonna find my black. Where did I put it? All right. So if you're hanging with me today, say hello, please. 4, 6. So we're gonna need at least 10 dots. We're gonna see how this goes. Okay. Woo! That one went somewhere. I gotta go find it. 5. I got lucky. It was just on my jeans. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I do that because the spring in this punch is really good, and I end up with punches out all over my floor if I don't turn it upside down like that. So I am just putting all these dots on my glue dots. Dots on the dots. So I've got that going on. It's an easy way to get all this taken care of. And then you just put them down. Easy, right? So pretty quick, pretty simple. I don't know if I'd want to do 100 of these, but they're pretty easy to do. Now, I don't know if I'm doing my dots formulated correctly, but I'm sure somebody will tell me if not. All right. So there are my dots for my cute ladybug. And I'm going to put my glue dots away because we are not using those anymore. Okay. So that's how we're doing that. Now, you probably are wondering how we do this darn spring, huh? So I'm going to grab a piercing mat, something I don't mind having holes in. And I'm going to grab my take your pick tool or your piercing tool or a really good needle or whatever. And I'm going to punch a hole. And then in my white piece, that's a 1/2 inch, I'm going to do the same. Because that's where my wire has to go through. Okay. So with that, I have silver beading wire. It's 24 gauge if you're wondering. And I've got all kinds of tools here. I've got a wire snips. Okay, so I'm gonna put that 24 gauge out the way, and I'm gonna grab my little pliers here. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna stick this through the hole, and I'm gonna do pretty much a 90-degree, and I don't want it to stick past the circle, but I'm gonna bend it over, and then I'm gonna grab my tear and tape, and I'm gonna make sure this gets bent correctly, and I'm just gonna put it, it keeps turning on me. I guess we could put it flat and bend it later, but hey. So what you want to do is grab that tear and tape and smush it down there really good. And you're going to want to do a couple of these because you don't want that wire turning on you. Okay? You want it to be a spring, not a spinner. So now I'm just going to come across and do like one more and scrunch it down again and peel this off. And then I'm going to grab my pizza box. Okay, and I'm going to stick it down in the middle. You can stick it wherever you want, but that's what I'm doing. Okay, and you're probably wondering, how in the world did I get my spring, right? Well, here's how we did this. I grabbed my blender pen and I started winding a little bit, and I grabbed my pliers and I just kind of worked it a little bit, and then as it started to get shape, okay, I grabbed a pen or whatever was close by that's round and about the right shape. You can always make it a little bit bigger. It's harder to make it smaller, and I just wrap that around. Kind of looks like a spring, right? Okay, so with that, we need to finish our ladybug first. So I'm going to show you how this works. I've got my watercolor pencils. I've got my Real Red, and my Calypso Coral is going to be for my face and my body and my little arms and my little legs. So you notice I'm just kind of scribbling in. That's because my blender is going to do my heavy duty work. My blender is going to take all these scribbly lines and make it look really, really pretty. Okay? So I'm going to grab my Calypso Coral and I'm just going to run it through real quick. So now you see how this could easily be a quick project, especially if you have all the pieces and parts already lined up. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my blender pen and I'm going to scratch off. You always want to make sure you didn't leave something in it. This is a glycerin pen, but because it floats color, I just wanted to make sure I didn't have anything in it. Since I teach classes, I never know if things get cleaned. Did I go back over it completely? You know, all those kind of fun things. So, and notice how my squiggles go away. Now, if I was doing darker to lighter, I'd want to clean this off. But because I'm going lighter to darker, this is not a problem. Just going around that edge so I hopefully can stay in the lines. This is one of those few times that you kind of want to stay in the lines. If you don't want to stay in the lines, grab your watercolor paper and grab an aqua painter and watercolor it instead. You want to be kind of quick with your blender pen. Since this isn't watercolor paper, it still piddles if you're not quick enough. Okay? So there's my little ladybird, depending if you're in the UK or not. Okay? And while I have found the ink, I am going to stamp my thank you here. Okay, so there's my thank you, my little tag. And before I put my ladybug on, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop this guy up and attach it to my box so I don't have to fight it later. Of course, my border of my little mini dimensionals wasn't separating from the paper, but yep, so it goes, right? And I've got my Real Red. This is double stitch satin ribbon. It is available in the catalog, the mini one. I don't know why they call it the mini, because it's not very mini, but it does open sideways. So if you say the goofy one, I will understand that. So we're just threading this through real quick. Make sure not to pull too hard on this paper. Otherwise you will have a hole instead of, or a rip instead of the paper. I did not cut that long enough, so I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way and do a half and a half and make a knot. Evidently you got to cut it a tiny bit longer if you want to do that other way. That or my fingers aren't working. It could be a lot of different reasons. Well, come on now. If you talk nicely to it, maybe it'll work better, huh? Alright, so I've got my ribbon tied. Didn't realize that was going to be quite that hard, but some of the things you have problems with on live episodes, right? So just trim my edges here, clean it up. And I'm going to peel off my backing here. Okay. And then this is just going to go, it can go up top, it can go on the bottom, it can go wherever you want. Okay. So I've got my spring. Yeah. Okay. See how that goes? Okay. And then I've got my piece that needs to go onto the back of my ladybug. And since it's a 1/2 inch, we got to go super small. And we're going to thread, whoo, say that 3 times fast, huh? We're going to thread through, and then it's going to fall off anyways. We're going to thread through that paper. Easier said than done, evidently. There we go. And we're going to put a little bit of a bend in it. Right? This one, it doesn't matter quite as much if it hangs over, because our ladybug's going to go right on top of it. So you're good. Okay? So we're going to take this other part off after we squish it down on that wire pretty good. And then we're going to make sure this is turned kind of the right way. Press it down on here really good. And you've got your, finesse it a little bit, figure out where best it works. And then you've got your ladybug. Okay? So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed watching us do some springy ladybugs today. And if you have any questions, want to order from Celebration, feel free to contact me. I'm here. And if you want to RSVP for the class, no, we are not doing the ladybugs for class. We're doing 3 cards. But if you want to RSVP for the class, the deadline is tonight for Saturday from 9 to 12 or from 3 to 6. So thank you so much for joining me, and have a crafty day. Thank you. Bye-bye.